Hello, this is Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com, and today we are in a 2015 Corvette Stingray. This interior review is going to be a little long because there is a lot of cool technology in this car. Not to mention the really awesome soundtrack and very, very fast driving. Most of the stuff on the steering wheel here you can see, and door controls and so forth, it's all pretty standard fare. This controls what is it up there. Here's your phone. Over here, this is your cruise control stuff. Nothing really unusual. These are little pull tabs, similar to what Subaru has. They control what is on your heads-up display, which I think you can see it right there. And they can control a couple of other things. And then over here is volume controls for the stereo, although I really didn't use these much. They're kind of redundant because the intuitive grab and turn knob is right there for the stereo, so it's easy to get to anyway. You have paddle shifting in this car. This is the 8-speed automatic. I'll get into that a little bit in a minute. So over here, down under here, we have your radar for parking and your trunk release, mirrors adjustment. This is your heads-up display. So that heads-up display I just showed you, this moves it up and down to so you can adjust it for how you are, which is very awesome. This is your info, changes that screen up there, and lighting, of course. This is how you put the top up and down. Important to know that. All right, let's look at the instrument cluster because there's some kind of interesting stuff going on here. Here is your speedometer, of course. I didn't really use this much because the digital is there, and then I have it showing on the heads-up display on the windscreen. This is a tachometer, a little more important if you're sport driving. I'm in sport mode right now. This is my drive, so I've done 328.5 miles. My average fuel economy has been crap because I have been driving it like I stole it. Over here, engine temperature. Over here, fuel gauge. You can see I'm a little low. I need to put some in. And engine temperature. Oil temperature, engine temperature. I need to. It hasn't been running for too long, so the water temperature is still a little bit low. You got your usual wipers and signals. Over here, this is the push button start right there, and right here this is your infotainment screen. Very intuitive. Chevy's done a very good job. I would say that they are on par with Chrysler, and Chrysler's Uconnect is probably the best in the business. So here you go, very comparable. Excellent work on the user interface for this. Very easy to use. I'll show you a couple of things on that in 1 minute. First, I want to show you the, don't tell anybody, this is super secret James Bond stuff. Check that out. You got a cubby back here, put a phone, I've shoved my hat in there. You can get a lot of stuff in there, and there's a USB just in case. Yeah, Q really hooked us up right there. That's pretty awesome. This has the carbon fiber package, so this is actual carbon fiber in here. You pay about $1,000 for that. Down here you have, here's some of your telematics and whatnot controls for up there. Pretty straightforward. This is your home screen. This changes your menu, radio, etc. This is driver's side temperature setting. This has dual climate control, which is nice but kind of redundant because it's a tiny coupe, so I don't know, temperature differences between the sides are going to be, two sides are going to be very slight. And here is all of your climate controls. This has heated and cooled seats. Cooled seats are, in my mind, a must if you have a convertible. It makes the ride so much better when it's hot outside and you can turn the seats on to have them cooling your back while you're driving. Excellent, excellent thing to have. You can see here the Corvette Stingray plate. This is the shifter. Pretty easy, it just goes up and down. There's nothing special about it. When you engage the paddle shifters, this shifter automatically engages manual mode. And then to turn that off, you just have to grab it, pull the trigger, and let go. You don't need to move the lever, and it will go back into drive. Or alternatively, you can hold the plus side down for a couple of seconds, and then you'll see up there your indicator will change. Very nice. I have found that I cannot shift better than this. This shifts way better than I do, even in speed trials and other things. It's just very, very fast, very good at it. Excellent transmission in this car. Beautiful job. This right here is your mode control. So you have Eco, Touring, Sport, and Track modes. And then here you can turn your traction control on and off, and it's an electronic park brake. I've had it in touring when I'm just driving on the highway. We did a highway trip to go into town. It was about 100 miles round trip, and I had it in touring mode. It was very comfortable. Good job on that. Eco mode is basically touring mode with a little bit of throttle dampening and less climate. Your air conditioner turns down a little bit. Otherwise, exactly the same. I averaged 27 miles to the gallon on the highway on that run, so that's a good indicator of the high fuel economy this car gets on the highway. Over here you have your Starbucks holders. Right here you have a 12-volt outlet. Glove box, beautiful leather treatment. They did a very good job on the interior here, much improved over the 2014 that I saw. I saw a couple of those at an auto show in various trim levels, and they just looked a little cheap compared to what I'm seeing here. This is very, very well done. Over on that side, the passenger has climate controls, so you can see the seat heating, cooling, and temperature settings right there. Those are the door locks. That is the door release. You push the button. It's electronic doors. Kind of neat. Down here you have a SHTF bar. You can pull that and it physically unlocks the door, opens the door. Otherwise, you don't have a whole lot of room in here. Very, very small container here because you have a giant drive shaft and things going through here. But big enough for a phone and a few other things. Back here, here's your speaker well, and the back of the seat has a little bit of space. I shoved a water bottle back there for a little while. Otherwise, not a whole lot of room in this car, but it's a beautiful, beautiful car. They did a very good job with this Corvette. Couple of things to show. The roof goes up and down. It's automated, more or less. You just hold the button. You can do it at up to 30 miles an hour, which is very nice because it means that when you're pulling down the street to go to your house and you're about to leave. You're about to pull into park and you want to put the top up. You can do that before you get there or as you pull in. Very very cool. And also I really like this. It's kind of stylish. It's a borderless rear view. Very nice. This car has a lot of extras on the package. It's a 455 horsepower V8. This has the exhaust tuning package, which will set you back about $1,300, but it's very well worth it, I believe, because it adds that 5 horsepower and improves the soundtrack. This car sounds beautiful when you're pressing that pedal down and really going to town with it. This car is a lovely, lovely sports car. Probably the only true American sports car on the market. It handles exceedingly well as or better than a lot of European cars I've been in. It is just a great car. Sounds very, very good. Drives very well. One thing I want to show you is this is equipped with the performance data. So when you turn that on, the performance data recorder. I've taken the card out because I need to pull. I had to pull the videos off. But you can set it up so that you can choose a few things like what video overlay you want. I have performance timing, which up on it shows you the RPMs at the bottom, speed up here in the right corner on the video, and then over here it'll show a list. It does 0 to 60 time, 0 to 100 time, quarter mile time, and 0 to 100 to 0 time if you happen to slam the brakes. So very very cool. It records from that little nub video forward of the car, and then it picks up sound from the interior Bluetooth. So if you have the top up, which I didn't very often, but if you do have the top up and you record, you get great sound, just a beautiful soundtrack from that engine rumbling through the cabin. Different ones change things. So track mode has, it creates a circuit of the track, shows you track focused data, so loop times, things like that, corner G's, all that kind of stuff. Sport mode shows you just the tachometer and speedometer and just a couple of detail things, and no overlay turns all of that off so that you don't have anything over the top of your video. I had a good time with this. It's very useful. It works very, very well. It just did the job, and it made driving this car in performance much more fun, because you know, as soon as you stop, you can load up recorded videos and you can watch them while you're sitting here in park. You can watch them on the screen and see what you did. So I was able to in almost real time check my performance, so I could do my quarter mile and then come back, check the 0 to 60, the 0 to 100 and the quarter mile time, and then do another one and do another one and do another one, and average all of them and see what I was doing and watch how I was driving on the screen so I could see what I needed to change maybe to improve things. FYI, my best time in this car was a 0 to 60 of 4.9 seconds. That is pretty close to the factory, which I believe is 4.7 in this car. The Z06 has a much faster time than that, but the Z06 also does not have creature comforts like these beautiful seats, which are exceedingly comfortable for a sports car. This is one of the most comfortable sports cars I've ever been in, especially at $71,000 fully loaded like this. That's a hell of a deal. You're getting a very good, a lot of car for that amount of money. So that about covers it. This has been Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com in a 2015 Corvette Stingray. Talk to you soon.